L is for the way.
At Petfix Club, we want to make owning a pet the best it can possibly be for you and the one you love. Enjoy personalised online pet care at petfixclub.com. Start your free trial today. Love your pet? Join the club.
Hello and welcome to this IGTV session. My name's Pete Wedderburn. I'm known as Pete the Vet, and I'm here as the co-founder of an exciting new website, which is petfixclub.com, and also petfixshop.ie. Petfix Club is all about good quality information for pet owners. My aim is to help people, I suppose, have the best possible experience with their pets by being as well informed as possible. And that's not just pet health, it's also general pet care, it's also behaviour, it's absolutely anything to do with animals. Petfix Club is there for you to help you. As well as that, Petfix Shop is our online store, and we stock it specifically with products that we know are really good, products that are good for your pet and are good for you. So there's no tat, everything is quality. And indeed, as part of Petfix Shop, we stock the products that are created by my guest tonight, that's Roxie, her name is, and she's from a brand called One of a Kind. And so if you want to see what we have at Petfix Shop, you go to petfixshop.ie and you'll see for yourself. And what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about Roxie's products in particular.
Hi, Pete.
Hi, Roxie. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Very well, thank you. Great to see you.
Yeah, you too. It's been a while.
Guys, yeah, we met a good while ago, really when things were getting going. And
yes.
And so here we are, probably nearly a year later.
Yeah, it's a while,
yeah.
all right.
yeah. So how have things been for you?
Really good, actually. Yeah, really busy lately. I would say after Christmas now, I'm glad to see the back of January and February. It was very quiet, and I think a lot of people were not just in lockdown mode, but yeah, it was very quiet around, wasn't it?
Right, yes, yeah. The whole place seems a little bit more full of hope at the moment, doesn't it? People are beginning to get back to what's a bit more like normal life. I'm lucky enough to have been vaccinated. I suppose you haven't been yet, you young thing.
Well, I'm half vaccinated, if I can say that.
All right, oh, good woman. Yeah, that's great.
I'm not showing my age.
It's a nice feeling, isn't it? It's a nice feeling.
Strangely enough, it is. Yeah, it's kind of like a relief of some sort, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. It is. Yeah, and it just makes you feel that you're finally coming out of things. But listen, tell me. I want to talk to you about lots of stuff, but first of all, I want to know about the animals in your life, because Petfix is all about animals. So tell me about what pets do you have?
I've just one pet, and he's here right beside me. He's dying.
All right.
On. It's like he knows there's something going on. So I have Kobe. Kobe is a mix of a King Charles and a Bichon Frige. So he's a Cavachon. So I just picked him up here.
Oh, look at it. Isn't he adorable?
Yeah.
And oh, look. Hello. Hi, Kobe. Kobe. And how old is he, Roxie?
He's 5. Yeah, he's 5 years of age. Yeah.
Okay, it's interesting.
Yeah. He needs to be groomed right now, but it's a little bit hot this week for him. But he's great. Thanks for all your help back in February.
Right. Well, that type of dog is one of the most popular these days, isn't it? You see, I see a lot of. Funny enough, there's a little dog called Kobe, who is a Cavachon, who I looked after on Christmas Day. He had the misfortune to come from somebody. Well, there was a complicated background, but essentially he'd been sold when he was too young to be sold.
Okay. Oh.
They thought he was 10 weeks old, but he was only like 5 or 6 weeks of age. Okay. And he really wasn't able for it at all, and he ended up really getting into a bit of bother. Okay. And when puppies of that age get gastrointestinal disturbances, they can very, very quickly become badly dehydrated, and then they collapse, and then it goes from bad to worse. So I was looking after him on Christmas Day, and then he stayed with me At home,
In the
actually.
clinic, is it? In the
No, at
clinic.
home, actually. I brought
Okay.
him home with me because everything was closed, you see, because it was
Oh
Stephen's Day and
yes,
so on.
yeah, yeah.
So he was living with me for a couple of days, and it was
Oh,
touch and go. But he's come on now, and he's now about the same size as your Kobe.
oh my God.
Yeah, he's now 7 months of age, and he's a lovely, strong, healthy dog. It's great to see. Has your Kobe been a healthy dog?
Generally, yes, until around January or February, we noticed he wasn't playing ball, he wasn't eating his food. He the odd time he'd get a little sick tummy, but it would go within, you know, an hour or two. But
Yeah.
around that time, we brought him to the vet and our vet here, and it seemed to be a dental infection.
Right.
So
Yeah.
once that was cleared up, he's a different dog. I had contacted yourself about the feeding with the food, and it worked really well, like taking away the treats for 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have to kind of do that now and again, because I have to say, we didn't really train him properly from the start about the treats, so he's a bit of a beggar.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's common enough.
Yeah, so health-wise, generally really good. Since he got over the dental infection that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a bit of a gastro issue after.
Yeah.
That was awful. But no, he is back to himself.
Good. I'm delighted to hear it. And have you had dogs all your life since you were a young thing?
Young thing, I love it. Yeah, I grew up on a farm, so we always had. I mean, we could go through the list. It was like a zoo, really. We had guinea pigs, rabbits, hens, ducks, geese, and always had dogs. So, you know, anything from a collie to a little terrier, anything like that. So I've always had an interest, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a bit of an obsession now on TikTok.
So tell us about the business then. You say it's an obsession. When did it start, and what was the background to you starting it?
Okay, so I was out of work last year, and last September I said, okay, what am I going to do with myself? Because I get very bored. I need to be creative, and I said I was going to either do candle making business, jewelry making, or dog clothes. I suppose Kobe is a little bit behind that, but also my friend's dog, Lewin, is definitely behind it, because one day I was down there with her, and one of her cashmere cardigans shrunk in the wash, which has been in the wash, and she put it on Lewin, and it looked absolutely, I'm not just going to lie, it just looked so adorable. And I said, you know what, I want to make dog clothes. It just sparked in me, you know. And I went off and I invested in sewing machines, some materials, and I started off with the basics, because obviously I was teaching myself. So it kind of picked it up, because we had a sewing machine at home. Obviously we didn't use it I didn't use it that much, my mum did, but it came kind of naturally. Yeah.
And so basically you've now created a range of different things, and I know that we have them in the Petfix shop. Tell me about what your range, what does it include? What sort of clothes are they?
Well, the clothing is definitely something I want to develop a bit more regards, you know, little hoodies for dogs and pets. But at the moment, I really want to concentrate on getting the, excuse me, my brand. So like the dog bandanas, the neckerchiefs, you know, getting I suppose, upscaling a little bit more, production wise. It's I find it a little bit challenging, just being one person and having to do it all. But I love it. I love when someone says, will you create something for my Labrador pup or something like that. It's just great. It's a great feeling.
And your brand is called One of a Kind.
Yes.
Which is a great name, and I presume that means what it says.
Yes, well, the whole idea was, okay, I have to think outside the box. There's a lot of bandana and neckerchief companies, and when I was writing down my list of like different, unique, one of a kind, I said, that's it. And the whole idea as well is behind one of a kind is that I try to use recycled material. So I'm basically trying to do my best for the environment and avoiding landfill. It's called circular economy. So instead of it going to landfill, I'm bringing it back into the economy for people to enjoy in a different way. So it's a repurposing items.
And where do you source that from, Roxie? Where do you get it from?
Okay, so it's not as easy in the lockdown. So I had to do a little bit online before Christmas. I do go to charity shops. I get donations from people. The bandana I did especially for yourselves at Petfix. I have one here. Okay.
Very nice. Yes.
Yeah. So this material, this is completely recycled and avoiding landfill. This material here is actually vintage. So yeah, it's very unique. So, and this is, this part here is all recycled as well. So I try to keep even little small scraps for things because I hope to do some dog toys eventually. That's another little, yeah.
And like one of the things that I love that you do is the matching bandanas and face masks. I just think that's such a unique idea. So owners can go around like with their pets, like both dressed kind of similarly, if you like.
I know. I suppose I thought it was at Christmas. I was like, this has to be a winner.
Yes.
You know, with the lockdown and people can social distance walk out with their dog and that. Yeah, no, that is popular. Definitely, it is a good one. And look, I don't think the masks are going anywhere soon. So people like to be a bit stylish now. It's kind of like they've seen it as an accessory. Yeah.
That's it. And how do you choose like the colors and the fabrics? Is it like this? Have you a sort of natural talent of choosing sort of stylish stuff?
Yeah, I wouldn't call myself a designer because I'm not. But color-wise, I'm quite good at things like that. So normally people leave it in my hands. For example, someone might say, "Look, I'd love something red," and after that, you can choose. And that makes my job really easy, I suppose, in that respect. Like I'll show you another one just so you get a glimpse of what I can do. So this is, for example, this is a vintage jacket that was basically going to go in someone's bin. And beautiful colors. And this really is an organic material that I've sourced, and it's beautiful print on it.
Okay, very nice, very nice.
Yeah. So.
And you do this all yourself, Roxie, like at home with a sewing machine?
Literally, yes. I know, and you know, people think, oh, it's just one piece of material, but you know, there is a bit of planning. I don't have set designs. I do a lot of custom, really. Everything is bespoke to that person, that animal, and that's what I get the reward from, is when people send me pictures and say, oh my God, I love it, my neighbor wants one, things like that. Down the line though, I hope to get kind of more of a line, you know, like, you know, get more of a range, if you could understand, because the custom and bespoke it can take an awful lot of time, as you can imagine.
But I think people really appreciate that this is like, essentially, you're a small Irish enterprise, you know, using recycled materials. It's all really good stuff, you know, because it's very easy to go online and buy stuff like, I don't know, mass made in some sweatshop in some distant country, you know, and with very shoddy kind of quality, whereas your stuff is really good quality. It's made in Ireland from really well sourced materials, so it's fabulous. And you do some other stuff. Somebody said bobbins. Tell me about bobbins.
So when I started, I said, okay, let's go with a straight line item that I can cut straight. So I started off with doing headbands, scrunchies, just to learn the skill. It's now developed into an awful lot more, to be honest with you. My main focus is the bandanas and the dogs, and that's definitely where I want to get back fully to. But just to build my brand and my skill development, I am doing everything. So you won't believe what I've got asked to make. I do anything from TP tents to bunting, aprons, So quite a range, but it's just to build my skill set a bit. So
I saw on one of those things you showed up in front of the camera there's a bit of writing on it. So do you do that like regularly? Do you give people the option of having their pet's name written onto
I hadn't initially. Initially, I hadn't. I didn't have the machine. I didn't have the option. But a friend of mine that I went to school with, so we know each other since first year in school, has is doing the personalisation, Lorraine, from Willow and Ruby the label. So basically, people can get their dogs' names on them. Yeah.
How do you do that? That looks pretty tricky. Is that embroidered?
It's a vinyl. It's not embroidered, and it is tricky. I mean, people think it's just a sticker, slap it on, but no, she has to do it all online through her computer, and it's a cricket machine, and she's to peel it off, iron it, everything. So it's a little trickier, but I have to say, personalization is the way forward. I think at the moment, I don't know. It seems to have really skyrocketed, and everyone is
I think people are so involved with their pets, and the animal's name really kind of catches their essence, doesn't it? Like my own pets, Finzi and Kiko, I just say the name and immediately I get the whole sort of personality flooding into my mind, and that's so when you see their name written down, then it makes it extra special, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's a good way of thinking of it actually as well. And look, and people with animals now are they are part of the family. They were part of everyone's family growing up and stuff. But now they're to a new level. It's like the child as well. Like I know we don't have children, but Kobe is definitely, he is our child. He, we do everything to look after him and give him the best. So I can only imagine, everyone loves the personalization. So
and is that what Willow and Ruby the label is it?
Yes. So that's what Rain does. Yeah, that's her name of her company. So
Willow and Ruby sounds a little bit like animal names as well, are they?
Well, funny enough, well, they're actually her daughter's names.
Sorry, daughters. Okay,
she's got another little girl called Emmy. Beautiful girls. So I'm working alongside Lorraine. She has her own little business startup, and basically it's quite easy for us to work together as we know each other like 20 plus years. So and we're both very creative. So I'm actually finding it great to bounce ideas off someone, because when you are the only person, it's kind of hard. So it's nice to have nice to have someone to be able to say, what do you think of this, and just bounce ideas. So it's lovely. It's been really, really nice working alongside her, and we've been really busy together actually.
And I think especially in lockdown, like everybody's living these kind of more isolated lives, and if you can work with somebody else in that way, it's way better.
I find I do like working within a team. I like doing my thing, but it's lovely to work alongside her. Obviously, Kobe can only model products, and I can only maybe do some quality control checks through my husband, like checking it for me. But Kobe gets to try on everything, and to be honest, it's hilarious. He kind of sits up, perched up, ready to try on the bandana when it's done. So.
Don't you find dogs are a bit funny about having their photograph taken sometimes? Like, I know a lot of dogs, and if you go to take their picture, they literally go like this. They go, like they'll look anywhere. They look anywhere but at the camera. I don't know why they do that, but is Kobe like that, or what's he do?
The video, generally, yes, because obviously, there's about 2,000 videos or pictures on my phone of the dog. But for pictures or the bandana modeling, really good. It's really he's actually perfect for it, because he can model either way, if it's for a male or female. Let's put it that way. So I've got one thing I want to show you, Pete. If you got a second, I just have to get.
Great, please do.
Kobe, come here, Pet. Come on. So sorry for waking you up, Pet.
Hi, Kobe. Hello, mister.
So another thing is, can you see it, Pete? Not really.
Not really. It's around his neck. Oh, I see it there now. All right, yeah.
It's
very nice.
Hard to see, but that's my logo printed on fabric. So that's my next addition to the business, is actually expanding that way. So I'm just going to take it off him. Like this is not a prototype bandana, just to show you.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I see that now. It's a mirror image just because we're on this funny IGTV reverse camera.
Yes.
But
It's my first
still, can you put it up again? Let's see.
So yeah.
Very nice.
There.
And that's beautiful. And did you draw paint that, or where did you get that from?
She's training to be a tattoo artist actually, but she's amazing. And I just said, look, would you mind trying out a logo? And my idea was to have her dog in it, Kobe, my dog, and my friend's cat. So this is very personal. So these are that's Kobe.
That's very nice.
And Sky. Yeah. So I got
it's all Irish.
We got this today. So
that's fantastic. That's very good.
Yeah.
Very good. And,
all Irish, yes,
and,
very
and
much so.
Tell me about your
with some other ideas.
Tell me about your other plans for One of a Kind. Where are you going? What's this heading towards?
Well, this is one element of it. So basically, okay, I used to be good at art, but I'd love to come up with some of my own prints. So it's very unique. Obviously, you're trying to stand out. And, so that might be an element. My own prints on bandana. At the moment, what I'm doing is quite unique. But, you know, I do have to buy some more new material, but I try to go or it's called eco tech printed. The best for the environment.
Yes.
Just little things can all help. Yeah.
Well, we're going to be watching your space. We're going to be watching your space very carefully. I've got a few questions that have been put here. Okay, let's just see what they are.
Yeah.
Neve says, great products. I love the bandanas, really well made. Okay. And then Leah says, love these. I've got a face mask and it's gorgeous. Thank you, Leah.
Cool. Thanks, Leah.
And then Leah also, where's the material come from? No, you explained that very well. And so, excuse me. Well, listen, Roxie, it's been great to catch up again with you, and we love having your product. Love having your products in our store, and our store, we got a whole range of different things. And the benchmark for us is they have to be great quality, and your bandanas certainly are. And for us, it's a bonus that they're Irish made as well, because it's quite unique, and it's great to support the home businesses as much as as well as getting good stuff. We want to support our own country and our own area as well. So it's lovely to have you as part of our team. So
thank you.
And listen, let's catch up again sometime. And if anybody, by the way, if anybody wants Roxie's products, one of a kind products, go to petfixshop.ie, and you'll under what you can do is you can click on the drop down button for brands for one of a kind, and you'll see the whole range of them there. We do special prices for members of Petfix Club as well. So okay, thanks very much.
Thanks, Pete.
Okay, look, thanks again, and we'll catch up again another time, Roxie. All right, bye for now.
L is for the way.
At Petfix Club, we want to make owning a pet the best it can possibly be for you and the one you love. Enjoy personalised online pet care at petfixclub.com. Start your free trial today. Love your pet? Join the club.